They knocked at my gate around noon. My son stood there like a stranger, his wife clinging to his arm. A practiced smile stretched across her lips. "Hi, Mom," she said sweetly, her gaze sweeping over the mansion behind me. With all this extra space, we thought we could move in. I didn't flinch. I let the silence linger. 12 years of silence. Before she entered his life, my son and I shared a bond people envied. It was built on late-night talks at the kitchen table, Sunday dinners overflowing with laughter, and a trust so deep I never imagined it could break. Then she appeared, polished, polite, all charm. From day one, she called me Mom, hugging me as if she already owned a piece of me. I wanted to believe her warmth. I really did. His happiness was mine. But there are tones you catch if you listen closely enough. The way she corrected him whenever he agreed with me. The way she leaned into whisper right after I spoke. The tiny smirk when I shared a story. Quiet, subtle, poison, drip by drip. The first cut came when my calls went unanswered. Then missed holidays. Then a birthday I spent entirely alone. When I asked him why, he echoed her words. "We're building our own life now. You wouldn't understand." That's when I knew she had erased me from his world. It took years before I uncovered the full truth. One afternoon, I bumped into an old acquaintance of theirs, someone careless with secrets. She told me how my daughter-in-law called me controlling, how she mocked me at dinners, how she painted me as a bitter, jealous mother who couldn't let go, and my son believed her, every word. So they cut me out. For 12 years, my voice meant nothing. For 12 years, I played a villain in a story she wrote. I survived by building. Quietly, steadily, I poured myself into my business. What began as a small corner shop grew brick by brick into something far bigger. While they ignored me, I worked. While they whispered about me, I planned. And then one morning, I signed the papers for a mansion that overlooked everything I had once lost. I didn't boast. I didn't tell a soul. I simply walked through the empty halls, listening to the echo, knowing I had built this life alone. The very next day, they appeared at my gate. She spoke first syrup sweet. "It just makes sense for us to stay here. You have too much room, and we've been struggling." Struggling? I almost laughed. Not once in 12 years had they asked if I was okay. Not once did they wonder if I was eating, breathing, surviving. Now they were struggling, and suddenly my space was theirs. I invited them inside. My voice calm, my gestures careful. I poured them tea the way I used to, set it gently before them. The familiarity seemed to comfort her. Her smile widened, already imagining herself mistress of my house. That was the moment. I slid a folder across the table. Inside, copies of the messages I'd gathered over the years. Screenshots friends had forwarded. Posts, comments, little shards of proof. Her mocking me, ridiculing me, bragging about convincing him to cut off his toxic mother. Her face drained as she read. My son looked at me, confusion first, then horror dawning. "You thought I didn't know?" I said evenly. "I always knew. I just let you think I was powerless." She opened her mouth, ready to protest, but I lifted a hand. This house was built on 12 years of silence. You chose that silence. You won't break it now. "Mom," my son whispered, the word cracking in his throat. I stood, gathered the folder, and opened the front door. "You came here expecting a home," I told them, "but this is mine, and the two of you are still strangers." They left without finishing their tea. From the doorway, I watched her drag him away, hissing under her breath. He didn't look back. Not once. And for the first time, it didn't hurt. It felt like clarity. Some betrayals rot you from the inside. If you let them, I didn't. I turned mine into a foundation. Stone, brick, steel. Now the house stands as proof. I don't need people who cut me down. I don't need liars at my table. And if they ever return, they'll find the gates locked, the lights glowing warm inside. But never for them.